Hi, Moon in Aries. Moon in Aries. What is going on for you? Moon in Aries. Can we get some very clear, interesting messages for Moon in Aries, please? Moon in Aries. We have the upcoming eclipse. There's a lot going on. It's a time of change. And change is good. Change is good. So, what's going on for Moon in Aries? What's going on for Moon in Aries? What's going on for Moon in Aries? Okay. So, Moon in Aries, excuse me. So I can see, Moon in Aries, that you are looking for change. You want, like, things feel kind of unsteady for you at the moment and you're not sure which way to go. I do feel this, for a lot of you, is to do with work. This is to do with, like, your own future. It's not, like, to do with relationships. So, you know, you're looking at your life and you think, I want something solid. I want to build something. I want to be very good at something. And I feel like you're at a crossroads as to what to do. You're like, I don't know what to do. I would like more focus in my life. I would like to know which direction to move in, and I would like to confidently move in that direction. And that's one of the tricks of life, you know, that we think that life is this linear process where we know, sorry, I'm Moon in Aries, I need to drink some water. We think life is some linear process where we know which direction to go and we just take a step in that direction and then we take a step in the next direction. And what the tarot, so your highest self, is saying to you, Moon in Aries, like, the message here is about trying different things. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in not knowing what to do and then so taking no steps. You know, you have to try things. You can try out different jobs. You can try out different courses. You can try out different ideas. Like, the point for you, I feel you're stuck a little bit in, you know, there's just this energy of like, yeah, it's a stuck energy. There's a bit of procrastination going on here, and it's kind of out of fear because you're afraid you're going to make the wrong step. But the fact of the matter is, by taking no steps, you're still taking a step. You know what I mean? We're not changing anything. And the fact of the matter is, like, people do, I feel sometimes people were very seduced by this idea of our soul purpose and our one soul purpose, our one soul calling. But I believe that you could have a million soul purposes. You know, there could be millions, you know, like, or probably not millions, but you get me, like, there could be more than one. Maybe you're just supposed to try things, like, so for you, there is a message here about just trying things, you know, live your life, be brave, go out on the adventure and see. That's one of the big messages here for you. See life as an adventure. See it as something to take on that's playful and fun and should be enjoyable, even though, like, you know, adventure is amazing, right? But there's two things we can be guaranteed in adventure. One is that it's going to be exciting, and the other thing is that it's going to be terrifying, because that is the nature of adventure. But we have to have an adventurous spirit, and you're being called to have an adventurous spirit and to see your life as a bit more of a canvas, and see yourself as the artist of your life. You know what I mean? And the artist with this beautiful canvas ahead of you, where you're, you know, moving in the direction you want to be moving in. Because I do feel like, you know, with regards to your life, you're trying to draw in a bit more balance for yourself. So I do get this feeling that you're trying to leave behind some bad habits as well that have been, like, holding you back and stopping you from thriving and prospering. And I do just want to say that in the time of when I'm making this video, this is coming up to the eclipse. Eclipses, you know, they're not just 3-day periods. There's 100 days around the eclipse. That is very, very powerful energy. And what we leave behind during an eclipse tends to stay gone. So, like, it's a good time to be giving up any patterns or habits that you know hold you back, because I do feel there's an energy of that, Moon in Aries, that hold you back, get in your way, you know. So I just feel, because but you know it's time. Like, the thing is, I know it feels like a sacrifice at times to give things up, but when the timing is right and we're very supported by the energies, which you are right now, very supported to give something up, then, like, it's actually the perfect time. So you're being called to, like, you know, make a change and draw more balance into your life so that you have what it takes then to go after what you want. You know what I mean? You have what it takes to create this abundant lifestyle for yourself, and to even be able to find whatever it is, one of your soul purposes, one of your many. You know what I mean? For now. Like, but you're just being called to, like, try and enjoy the process a bit more, because I do get the feeling for you, like, you have, you know, at times, Moon in Aries, you can be really, like, intense. you know, intense, you're not doing enough, it's not good enough, I'm this, I'm bad, I'm wasting time, I'm all this. Like, the fact of the matter is, really, none of us are wasting time. You know what I mean? Like, certain habits have to go, and you are recognizing that, and even being powerful enough to recognize that a pattern has to go or behavior has to go, like, that's good work. You know what I mean? That's good energetic work. And it's hard work to do sometimes, because like, we all have addictions, we all have crutches, we all have things we use in this 3D world to make us feel better. Like, so, like, what I'm trying to say is, there's no blame here, Moon and Aries. There's no point in sitting around saying, oh, I'm you know, I'm a failure and I do this wrong and I do this wrong. Like, no, you're just on planet Earth experiencing it and making mistakes, like we all are. That's all anyone does. We come here, we make mistakes, and we do our best to right these things, you know. And that's like, so this is a very positive reading, Moon and Aries, really, because where you are right now is you're trying to right things. I just feel like you're being very hard on yourself, instead of being, like, you're being really hard on yourself and saying, kind of blaming yourself, and there's this, like, you know, why haven't I changed before now? Like, why am I taking so long? Whereas what your kind of highest self is asking you to do is actually, like, instead of being so hard on yourself, say, oh, you know what, I'm actually doing really well. I know I have to make these changes. I'm up for doing it. You know, I'm up for the work. I'm up for doing it. And then, like, you know, remembering that life is actually this really beautiful, playful energy where you can just enjoy yourself and trust yourself, especially if you're going to give up what it is you need to do. We have to move into trusting ourselves and trusting the universe a little bit as well. You know what I mean? And knowing that we do have what it takes to build the future that we want and to become the master of our own destiny. You know what I mean? Because, like, there's just this energy here as well, like, you know, so all this change that's going on for you, like, believe it or not, but you actually are exactly where you need to be right now, because we have the devil, and the devil talks about karma, talks about a lot of things, but talks about karma, and also talks about being stuck in the 3D. So this is what I'm talking about when I say you're being too hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, the 3D is a hard place to live. Don't think it isn't. This is a weird planet. Like, it's, you know, we do have to get up every day and kind of battle for our wellness and battle for our happiness and battle to feel in any way connected. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost as if everything has been flipped upside down. So, you know, like, and the reason you're going through all this now is you're leaving karmic patterns behind. You know what I mean? You are learning how to master yourself. Don't think you're not. And the way we learn to master ourselves is through mistakes, picking ourselves off, dusting ourselves, picking ourselves up, dusting ourselves off, learning from our mistakes, and then moving on and hopefully applying what we've learned to the next round. You know what I mean? But you are breaking out of a cycle. Don't think you're not. Like, you're not going to be stuck in this, God, I don't know what to do, what am I doing with my life energy. You know what I mean? Because an awful lot of it for you is like this depressing, oppressive energy of, like, I'm wrong, it's my fault. And you need to start thinking of it like, I'm just a person who makes mistakes, and now I'm going to go and take on life with an air that life can be more fun and enjoyable. You know what I mean? Because you're also being, you know, reminded, Moon and Aries, that you're very instinctive. You know what I mean? Like, you're very instinctive. You do know, it's not even about knowing the right step, but we have to be outside in order to get the right step. You know what I mean? We can't be stuck in our rooms, like, scared of what's going on outside. We have to be brave. We have to take on the world. And you are being called to kind of, like, be brave, put yourself out there. You know what I mean? Get yourself seen, get yourself, like, whatever it is you want to do, you need to take a few steps in that direction, because, or in any direction. But there is an energy here about needing to go outside. You know what I mean? We can't build everything from our bedrooms. You know, you have to go outside, we have to meet people, we have to plant ideas, we have to become inspired. And there is an energy here of, like, because I feel as well you're very focused on what it is you're trying to do, that sometimes you forget that by taking a break from things, we become inspired. You know what I mean? And then everything doesn't have to feel like such hard graft, and like we have to make everything succeed, because we're inspired to do something and we want to do it and it's fun and it's enjoyable. So you're just being reminded as well that, like, you know, you're a very instinctive being. You know, inspiration does come to you and then it energizes you. And, you know, big message here is just about, like, lightening your energy. And the way we do that is spending time outdoors. Moon and Aries, you are being called to spend some time outdoors, because I do think you lock yourself away in order to get work done. But, you know, our connection to God is outside, our connection to nature is outside, our connection to the elements is outside, our connection to the planets is even outside. Like, the planets reign energy down on this planet, and we need to be outside to absorb it, draw it in. Nature cleanses our energy, you know what I mean? Okay, so Moon in Aries, that's your reading. I do hope that helped, and I hope that you are, you know, okay and trusting yourself and knowing that you have what it takes, and you're just in a period of change right now, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Okay, Moon in Aries, I am available for private readings. I do in-person readings in London and in Ireland. Otherwise, I can do online over WhatsApp and Skype. All my details will be in the description box below. And I wish you an amazing day, and peace and love.